There it is! Ark the Lad! The lad himself. Any images, any scenes, or will it all just be... Okay. Bit of both. So, this composer has worked on exactly 2 series, Ark the Lad and Gran Turismo. Apparently Gran Turismo 1, 2, 4, 5, and 7, so I guess not 3 and 6. But every Ark the Lad game that's been released, it looks like they've worked on. Looks like their first song is Lucky Summer Lady from 1978. I don't know. We'll have to see when Victor Ireland Rally's Gaijin works. Yes, yeah, Masahiro Ando. Yes, this is the person that was responsible for this game's soundtrack as well. And apparently 2 whenever we get around to 2. I mean, this game was certainly short enough. I don't know how long 2 will be. Considering this game was, you know, I did some off-stream leveling, of course, but like it was 2 whole in-game streams. But yeah, it looks like there aren't showing any stills that we haven't already seen in game. I guess I can start talking about it now. I like it. The combat is very, very plain, but the game is very, very to the point. There's really very little you can complain about. It's a very straightforward game in terms of its combat and in terms of its presentation, narratively. But I think it's enhanced quite a bit by the fact that it's very, very story-driven. You get to go to area. Sometimes it's a little bit too much. You don't really get to walk around and wander around and talk to NPCs, except for like maybe 3 or 4 places in the game, which I think is a little bit disappointing. But overall, the game flows extremely well from map to map. It's kind of like a classic Shining Force in that sense, and that you basically go from area to area with very little interruption from tons of story. I'm looking at you, Summon Night 6, and so I think it works out pretty well. I liked the designs of the characters. A lot of the character designs around this area, I mean, were very experimental, but I feel like a lot of them, and I talked about this when I was playing Castlevania Lament of Innocence, a lot of the character sprites tend to be very, very slimmed down, and I think that's for, like, appeal. Like, they're very, very long and thin, but here they're all kind of stocky. And some of them are as tall vertically as they are horizontally, and I think it works pretty well. I think the game has a very good visual look. I think the sprite work is very good. They're very expressive animations. And I do like the soundtrack in this game. It works pretty well. I mean, I would say, as far as my score for it, I'd place it at a 76. I think, you know, I think it's an average game, but I think, I mean, narratively, you know, it has like the haha, I can't believe this big bad was actually the main leader of this place, which is the same thing they use over and over again. But like visually how they present it, and you know, the flow from one or the other made it fine. I didn't really have any major issue with it, but I don't think it does anything groundbreaking in terms of its combat. I think it just has a really good look and flow. So other than that, I really have much else to comment about it. I think that a lot of the I think that a lot of the content being that strictly missable though is a shame. Like I missed so many things in Ark's house because the plot advanced and I left the house without talking to a mirror 20 times, and I didn't go back 29 times to repeatedly talk to his mom at the beginning to get this one item you can't get unless you go back home 29 times before this scene happens and Toval's destroyed. So I don't like secrets that are like that. I like secrets that reward you for like, looking at certain parts of the map, but like doing X thing 20 times is like not a fun secret. There's nothing really creative about that implementation, but I guess if you're going to have areas where you can't run around in and explore very often, I guess that's what you're left with. You just have to keep going back to a place 29 times. Yeah. 6 seems fair. It does look like a decent game, but simple. Yeah, I mean, I think what they ended up putting it at, I think Metacritic is probably, I think in the 60s or 70s. Let me take a look. What did they say? 72%. I mean, it's not too far off from where I'm at. Or 70, yeah, so 72 points. So, I mean, it's a mixed game, and I agree, it is pretty mixed. It's so painstakingly straightforward, but I think it looks really good. Sounds good. And it's short. I mean, that's really the big thing. You're not really sitting there like struggling and sloshing through cutscenes. You're just kind of moving at a breakneck pace. Oh, they thanked me and me. Be continued. Okay, I will. Oh, to be continued. Got it. Makes more sense. It will be. Now, when I get to Arc the Lad 2, um, I'll have to figure that one out. But probably sometime before the end of the year. But I do have a lot of plans for the Saturn. We'll see how, see when or if I'll get to it. Because we know we have to start at the beginning of the year with Silver Star Harmony. That was my promise earlier in the year, is that we would start the year strong.